We get started now with the BlackBerry Priv. When it was announced, most people dismissed it as a joke. The first BlackBerry powered by Android, fully Android. You can actually see it here, BlackBerry powered by Android. Priv stands for privilege and privacy. So what is it about this phone? Who's going to buy a BlackBerry with Android? Why would you buy it? And why are some people calling it the best Android phone in the entire world? Well, like I said, this is an emotional product for me to actually review. So I'm going to sit down and do this right. So now that I have sat down and this table has magically appeared on my set, it's time to get emotional and serious because this phone actually raises many questions. But first, I'll just take you quickly through what the phone is all about. It is very typical BlackBerry, literally built like a tank in every which way. I mean, this is solid. On top of that, they actually have a double curved screen on both sides. Remember the Samsung S6 Edge? I think it's better done on this. But have they used that functionality? We'll see in the review. Then the keyboard pops out, beautifully pops out. I mean, it is again built well, but is it passport style well built or is it classic BlackBerry? That's something again we'll tell you in the review. Great camera at the back, great finish, SD card and a SIM card, so therefore you can add more memory. So in every which way, it is true BlackBerry, built beautifully and has all the things that you do need. Let's take a quick look at some of the other things.
This is an absolutely fantastic phone. Build quality, dual curved screen, great camera, excellent horsepower in terms of hardware and specs, gorgeous sliding keyboard. It can easily be called the best designed and built phone barring none. But do the sum of all its parts come together well and work? BlackBerry did a fabulous job in keeping the phone thin and light along with the physical keyboard. As we slide up to reveal the keyboard, we realized using both hands to type is a wiser choice. The keys are small and too close to each other, nowhere close to the classic BlackBerry keyboard and further away from that of the Passport. We did all sorts of typing tests and came to the conclusion that it's a great keyboard, not just typical BlackBerry. But since it is a BlackBerry, with a beautiful well-saturated touchscreen, the on-screen keyboard is a delight. A very successful attempt to bring best of both worlds together. On the keys tweaks, like long press to assign an app or use it as a trackpad to scroll through home screens by swiping sideways over it makes it more user-friendly. A faster processor with 3GB of RAM ensures no lag. Both BlackBerry Enterprise features and Android apps work without a pause. It is impossible to not notice the size of the camera at the back. The 18-megapixel camera is remarkable, easily the best on any BlackBerry. The photos came out well. The front camera is just 2 megapixel, an average performer. The battery life will easily last a day and then some.
And now, of course, comes the next question, and that is, this is a BlackBerry, but it is an Android OS. Many people are saying the best Android phone in the world. Many are saying it's a combination of too many things. There's too much BlackBerry and Android. Where does it really sit as an Android phone?
Let's start by saying it's different. In the sea of sameness of Android phones, this stands out both in terms of design and what it offers on the software front. BlackBerry has made its own tweaks. The one that we love is its security and privacy.
So BlackBerry has had a very strong heritage in terms of security of both phones and the communication network that we have. So we've made sure that all that has been incorporated in this phone. So if you look at this phone, right from the hardware level, we've injected encryption into the chipset. We are the only manufacturer who does that. Even at an app level, BlackBerry is providing an app called the DTech, which comes free with all, which will come free with this phone and with all Android phones that we launch, which actually can monitor what an app is doing on your phone. So if an app is not supposed to access your microphone, the app will alert you, for example, that the app is accessing your microphone. The user will have a choice of disabling the app or disabling that functionality from the app, which is going to be available with Android, with the next version of Android as well.
Getting Android right isn't rocket science, and BlackBerry has done a good job with it. We'd wish the company could have done a wee bit more and used the curved screen to its full potential. It fits in as an Android, but is it the best Android phone out there? For us, not just yet, as we would still have preferred a more premium design, better optics and hardware.
Now, you have understood that one of the greatest things about this phone is the fact that this has extreme encryption. The security, the privacy of this phone is a big deal. So, who is this phone right for, and especially at the price?
Priced at 62,900 rupees is where the problem starts. It's more expensive than a Samsung S6 Edge and an iPhone 6s. Thus, that in itself is the big hole they've dug for themselves.
We believe there's an unserved need there in the market at, whether it's at the mid end or at the high end, which is ability to provide security, productivity and privacy on a phone with access to a wide open app ecosystem. And that's the need that we believe this phone is going to address. So it's going to stand out on its own, against any phone actually in the market.
At about 45,000, this would have been a killer phone. Still, we think it is a good choice for Android users, great shift for BlackBerry users, and one might get noticed by iPhone users.
So we've answered it our way, but now we're going to move forward and talk about the security, privacy, the screen, the hardware, and we gave the phone very quickly for a few hours to an iOS user, an Android user, and a BlackBerry user. We found out then, who is it really right for?
I'm Sanjana and I'm an avid iPhone user.
I'm Sukriti and I've been an avid Android user ever since I actually switched out from the old school Blackberries, and it's always just been Androids ever since then.
Hi, I'm Nicholas, and if you've ever heard of the BlackBerry boys, well, I'm definitely one of them.
I don't think Android is the same feel as an iOS, and being an iPhone user, I don't think I would like to go to an Android.
So I've been using the Android on the Blackberry and it's been very good so far, but it's not the same in terms of it's still a little bulkier, and it still feels a little bit odd.
Well, to be honest, it fits really well in my hand, better than most of the BlackBerry phones that I've used, and this new slide feature is the bomb.
The keyboard is good to use, but it isn't what people have been claiming it is. The feel isn't as good.
I wouldn't like to switch from my own Android to the BlackBerry Priv now, because first reason, it's priced at 60 something, and that's a lot to ask for an Android experience which I was already sort of having in life.
Well, I would definitely give it a thought, but to be honest, for two reasons I probably wouldn't. Number one, the keypad, it just doesn't feel the same, and the buttons, I guess, are too close to each other, so I'll be pressing two probably at the same time. And secondly, because it's a bit on the pricey side, I could probably get 24 karat gold for cheaper.
No, I don't think I'd switch from the iPhone to the BlackBerry Priv.
I wouldn't want to make the switch because it doesn't really tempt me at that price especially.
I doubt that, I wouldn't.
And now comes, I think, the emotional part. What happens to BlackBerry from here? If this phone is successful, even at this price, and my God, BlackBerry, how do you make the same error again and again? You've really, really outdone yourself on getting the price wrong once again. But let's say it does well, and then they come up with another Android BlackBerry phone that is priced just right, and they are very successful. Is that the end of BlackBerry forever? And what does that really mean for the rest of the world?
BlackBerry in the past few years have managed to disappear from the smartphone radar. But is Priv the phone to get BlackBerry back in the market, or has BlackBerry missed the bus again? We do love the phone. We mean, look at it. The click of sliding the phone is enough to get all attention, but is it sufficient? Not unless they get the pricing right. Only for the elite right now, but we do look forward to the next BlackBerry with Android that is priced in reality.